everyone. Welcome to Techyries. So, it was a busy week. The game industry was hot.
That's right.
Hot.
Hot.
So, so it was hot this last week though, yeah, guys, because they had the Indie Fan Fest and the Tokyo Game Show going on. I think found a PC game show was doing stuff too, and somehow that flew under our radar. And we're like, what the heck? Where were you? You would have been in the show, but it's fine.
Right. Well, it's going
PC
on right
game
now.
PC
So
That's fair. That is going on today. So it's kind of hard to talk about it while it's going on while we're live. But anyway,
yeah.
with that being said, today we're going to show you actually some of the biggest or best looking games that we saw from both the Indie Fan Fest and the Tokyo Game Show. But until we get into there, just in case we have anybody here that doesn't know who we are, I am Morgan and that is my lovely co-host Katie.
Yeah. Plus, we have 2 game spotlights that are surrounding Pokemon and the Palworld TIFF, which I know a lot of people love to talk about. So we're really excited to show you guys those. We'll show that to you a lot later in the show. But first, let's kick off our show with the Tokyo Game Show.
All right, guys. So the Tokyo Game Show kicked off on Thursday with a ton of big announcements from Xbox. So let me get our capture set up so you can see what's going on. But while I pull that up, hello, Ramp. They're stuck at work right now, but they're here on YouTube. So hello. All right. Let me show this first one for you. So here we go. We got our first look at the new Forza Horizon 6 game. The game will take place in Japan with an unexpected release in 2026. The trailer showed off the beautiful vista during featuring Mount Fuji. The game will also have changing seasons where players will deal with Japanese winters, summers, and the iconic Sakura season, and the weeks where cherry blossoms bloom across the country. Also, Japanese fall, gorgeous.
I think this is so cool, though. If we get to it.
I know. Should I skip ahead?
This darn trailer. But the pictures and everything, like the images that they took for screenshots and everything was super adorable. Super like breathtaking and everything. You'll see it like the end, like where it says coming 2026, you see Mount Fuji, you see the cherry blossom trees, just overall breathtaking. And I love that they're doing this. I love that they, especially for the Tokyo Game Show, like they decided, okay, let's show off Japan. Like that's smart.
Yes.
That's very
I
smart
love that.
thinking and good branding. Yeah.
I love that.
So it's gonna be
Look at how
it's gonna be
pretty
good.
that looks. So pretty. I love it.
Ramp said it's been like what, several years since the last Forza Horizon. That's a good question. Normally they announce it when they announce like all of the big ones and everything, but they didn't announce it. So the last one, 5, came out in 2021. So not too bad. It's been like 4 years.
Mm-hmm. And
You can see longer.
Forza Horizon 4 was back in 2018.
Right. They
So
do take a while because you have to think about it. They're making the actual place that they have to do. Like there's a lot to a game regarding just racing. It's not just slap it all together kind of situations. And I get that
yeah, think about our
because
old
they need
school
to.
Need for Speeds. We would go through actual streets in the cities of like London and everything else. Like so, like do
Yeah.
we? It's making sure that it is accurate enough where the people who are really familiar with the area don't hate on you for it. Makes
Hmm.
sense.
Well, and also too, I love the fact that they really think about the cars. The cars are a
Yes,
big deal. They
absolutely.
have to make them actually look like cars that we see in real life. They're not gonna make futuristic cars. This is like POD, way back gaming that we've seen a long time ago, where they're all futuristic looking and everything else. So, it is very pretty, and I think when it does come out, I think people are gonna be excited about it. But speaking of Japan, this next one, Morgan, I just want to give you a heads up. They do show the maps, but they don't just have the maps, so they're going to be talking in between when you show this.
How
Um,
dare they?
I know. So Call of Duty Black Ops 7 will also have 2 maps set in Japan, which I think is incredible that they're doing this. So the first map will be Toshin, which looks to be set in 2035 Tokyo. It'll feature, this is so cool. It'll feature a cat cafe, a karaoke bar, and a crashed train. And then the second map will be called Den, and it will be set in the countryside outside Tokyo. So, and centers around a Japanese castle that's been repurposed as a guild base. So, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 releases on November 14th, and the early access beta starts October 2nd before the open beta kicks off on October 6th. I love the fact that they are thinking about their audience, these games. It's like, oh yeah, we're going to the Tokyo Game Show. I should probably show off my Japanese stuff that I'm doing. So I think they're doing a really good job of thinking of where they're at when they're showcasing stuff. And this stuff also looks incredible. They're
Yeah,
doing
it
a good
looks
job.
good. I'm really
I'm
excited.
not
I know that Ramp and I are going to be diving into that open beta together. So
mhm.
I'm very excited to hopefully be able to test. I hope we can test these out during the actual. I hope they'll be immediately available if that makes sense for the multiplayer part of the open beta because they're
Oh
sick.
well,
There's a lot of spots that I'm already like, I hope I can get up there. I want to snipe from there. Like,
mhm.
like the one because I know we have like the den. The den I just love for the aesthetics. The one that's more
Yeah.
futuristic Japan though, with like the crash train. Some of those gives me vibes from like back in the new Modern Warfare 2 that we got. There is like a place in London that was kind of like that with like those like tour buses and such. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited to see if because I liked that map. I'm excited to see if it'll be a similar layout and vibe to that one.
What I like about the den is it's not like even though it's in the countryside, it's not futuristic. Like there's still
Yes.
futuristic type things to it,
It
which
it
is
is it
nice.
is in the it is modern day countryside.
Yeah, yeah, but it's just not inside of like a city. So it doesn't have that city vibe to it. It's got more of like a we're
Totally
out
fair.
in the middle of like nowhere having a good time kind of situation. Yeah, I
Totally
think this will
fair.
be cool. I would love to get your take on the maps, what you think of them. Do you think, like your thoughts on how they did overall? I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down. Alrighty. So, big pass on Call of Duty 7. I've been hearing that a lot. I mean, I know a lot of people think that it was a little too soon. Like people are like, "Man, I feel like this one came out really fast compared to like the gap we've had between them." So, I'm at least going to test out the open beta and see how it is, you know.
Yeah.
But for now, we do have another game that we want to show you. So let me get this going. All right, here we go. So, another game featured was the upcoming ARPG Animo. It showed off some of the creatures players can catch and also how they will interact with each other and the world around them. So this is set to launch in 2026. Now, this is a one I am very very curious in. I've been following this one for probably the last month is when I think it popped up in my feed somewhere. I'm very
Mhm.
interested in it. Definitely gives like some Palworld vibes and we'll see. We'll see if Pokemon decides that this is a new one they're going to try to do or not.
Right. Yeah, actually signed up for the open beta for this, or not
Nice.
the open, but the beta for this. I haven't heard anything yet, but I don't think they're ready yet.
Yeah,
But
I
I
don't
am
think I don't
curious
think they've
about
sent those
this.
out yet.
No, no, but I am curious to see what becomes of this game because it's got an interesting hybrid, but I also curious how it plays. If it plays very similar to some of the other games that we see out there, or if it plays a little bit like Genshin. Like I'm wondering if it's going to play like that because that could be interesting too. Because Genshin is very much like choose a character, capture a character, and have them come to your team basically.
Mhm.
And then you play as that character and they have special abilities and you run around as them. So it could be just like Genshin and we just don't know, as opposed to Palworld Pokemon kind of situation. So they could get away with it because it's a different aspect or take on having pals or creatures or pets or companions. So
Mhm.
I think it's going to be interesting to see how this all works out.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. I think it's a very, very unique play. It kind of like it in a weird way, like gives me like Palworld meets like in a weird way, like maybe Kirby and like a couple other like
Mhm.
different like
Kirby.
mainly the cat was riding a star. That was the main reason.
I just love it. Kirby.
I'm here for it. I'm excited to see how this game's gonna be and how enjoyable it will be.
I think it will be fun, and I'm curious what the multiplayer will be like,
Yeah,
down the line. If there because I think there will be multiplayer to it, I just don't know how that's gonna play out yet.
very fair.
So Xbox showed off another look at their Project Evilbane, an upcoming four-player co-op action RPG that will have players fighting for humanity. You can customize your skills for every situation to create your own unique warrior. There is no release date. Sorry, I had a little froggy happening there. But this one's interesting. I like the fact that you can actually customize your own character to be your warrior that you want to be,
Yeah.
as opposed to you have to be like, here's a knight, here's a ranger, here's a here's uh a rogue, right?
Mhm.
So I think that's going to be really fascinating about this one. So you can make your character and then make it be whatever you want it to be. And I'm slowly losing my voice a little bit.
Stop. Don't do that. Well, for now, while you fix your voice, let me talk about the next one we found. So, with that being said, the next one we have for you is you can leave the hustle to the city behind and embrace life on Star Sand Island. So you can fish, farm, raise animals, customize your world and invite friends to help build your dream paradise. The game is set to release in quarter 1 of 2026. This one it looks honestly super freaking cute.
It
It
reminds me of Animal Crossing, but like not Animal Crossing, but like
Yes.
Stardew Valley. Like there's so many different crossovers that you can think of in this one. But I do like the animation for it. I think it's
I
adorable.
love the colors.
Mhm.
The design of the animation to like the colors that we're seeing. I really like it. I like the building aspect it has. There's a cat, so I'm already sold. Like
There's a cat, so I'm sold.
there's a capybara and a panda. Like come on now.
The building also looks interesting because
Oh,
it doesn't look like placed one by one. It looks like
yes.
it's you can keep going and kind of thing. The panda.
So this end
Yeah, I
slate
think this one
actually
February 1st. So we have a
yeah.
while before it comes out, which is good.
Yeah, very nice. It's gonna be cute though. Gonna add this one to my wish list, just saying.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, all eyes were on the Xbox handheld, Xbox LAX, and Ally. So Xbox finally revealed the prices for these handhelds. It's been something that we have been waiting for, and Best Buy listed the Ally and Ally X on its website and opened up pre-orders. Xbox Ally is listed at 599.99 cents for US dollars, and the Xbox Ally X is listed at $999.99. And here's the interesting part. The Ally X is only a Best Buy exclusive.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. So both handhelds will be available on October 16th. Hopefully you guys got your hands on it. I got my hands on one. I'm excited. I'm going to do an unboxing for you guys. So I'm super excited to see what you guys think about it also, but I'll share my thoughts. But I'm ready for this. Let's go.
That's crazy.
It's gonna be good. I'm excited to like have a little handheld, especially when I have to go on like meetings that are out of town. So I don't have to take everything with me. Or when I go home.
That was weird, sorry. And my mouse was being funny. I'm like, "Hello, mouse." There we go. I was like trying to prep the next thing, and it wasn't letting me click. Now, I'm excited to see how it is because I'm actually very interested in the Ally X. It's just one of those things where like it's a little over my budget currently, It's something I'd love to get my
Mhm.
hands on in the future, though. I'm very interested in
Yeah.
the Xbox Ally X and the Xbox Ally X. I felt like I was saying that weird.
It is a little weird to say. It's like Xbox Ally X. There's a lot of X's in
See,
there.
like, I wanna say just Ally X, but then I sometimes feel like it's missing something, so I feel like I need the Xbox. Then I say Xbox, I'm like, "This is too much."
That's fair. That's fair. I do at first, like, with the first reference when we say it, I'll do that, and then I'll say Ally X or
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Ally.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
So, guys, you can't have a Tokyo Games show without hearing about something from Capcom, right?
Right.
Like, no surprise. So, with that being said, though, Capcom actually held a 40-minute presentation during the Tokyo Game Show. So, we're going to show you some of the big highlights from the Capcom online program. So, I'm getting this next one started. All my Monster Hunter Wild fans, the Monster Hunter Wilds title update 3 and Final Fantasy 14 crossover is set to release on September 29th. So Capcom showed off the collaboration with fall-themed Festival of Accord Dream Spell event. They also teased title update 4 with its new roadmap. So, Title Update 4 is expected to arrive in December with more endgame content, another Festival of Accord seasonal event, and a new monster, Gog Mazios. I think I said that right. But anyway, this is your look at the Monster Hunter Wilds and Final Fantasy 4 crossover. It's cool they're doing a crossover for it.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it kinda makes sense. Um, but it's also kinda weird too to see, like, a chocobo. It's a little chocobo out there in Monster Hunter World, and you're like, "Wait a minute."
Right, though?
I'm curious to see how it plays, like, because sometimes, so I was having a conversation with Tubby about this. Like, crossovers sometimes make sense and crossovers don't always make sense, because how do you incorporate, for instance, the characters from Final Fantasy in the lore of Monster Hunter Wilds, right? How do you incorporate that information? Because sometimes that doesn't add up and it's like it feels like it's forcing.
Mhm.
It's even like sometimes with cosmetics. Like Diablo does a lot of like, we're gonna bring cosmetics over just to bring them over so that you guys have other things to choose, but we're gonna like partner with somebody like one of our games. So for instance, either WoW or StarCraft or whatever, but it doesn't make sense in in that way. So I'm
Right.
curious to see how the characters in Final Fantasy work with the lore of of Monster Hunter Wilds.
That's fair.
That's my
No, that's fair.
curiosity.
That's a fair one.
All right. Well, Street Fighter 6, that's right. I said Street Fighter 6. They unveiled the next fighter on the roster during the show. So, this is Sea Viper. The new footage shows highlights of the Crimson Agent in action. The official launch will be October 15th. I was a big Street Fighter girl growing up, so I loved playing Street Fighter. So I'm curious to see like how Sea Viper does, because we actually added a new character now.
Okay,
So
man,
I
that
think I think her moves are pretty good.
you know about
You
moves
guys,
is the fucking jiggle physics. Holy cow, guys.
you gotta have your jiggle physics when you play a fighter game. Like, come
That's no,
on.
I get it. That's fair. You got him even in Mortal Kombat, but it was just like bam, booty in the face.
Have you ever played like Soul Calibur? Look at
Yeah.
freaking yeah, you look at any of those characters, it's like boom,
Yeah.
boom.
Yep,
Ivy's
yep, yep, yep.
like terrible and everything. So
Oh man. No, it
yeah, the
looks
jiggle
fun.
physics is great. She's really quick though.
She's a
So I'm
very fast character.
yeah, but that's good. And I do like that she's a little elemental too.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure.
Hey,
I know that Luke will be watching or will be playing this one. He loves Street Fighter.
nice.
All right, everybody. So, Capcom showed off a new trailer highlighting the gameplay of Pragmata. So, the game is a sci fi puzzle action game. It is the near future, and the protagonist, Hugh, and his Dandroid? Or is it actually Android?
I think it's Android, sorry.
No, you're good. I wasn't going to question it. Um,
But the companion the Android companion is Diana.
I feel like this is showing the wrong video. Or no, it's not. It's just showing everything. Got
I don't know
it.
why. Weird. I even looked for, like, specifically this one.
How dare it? How
You
dare
might
it?
have to, like, skip ahead or see if you can, like, scrub ahead.
Oh, here. I think this is it, right?
Uh,
Yes. Yeah, this is it.
yes.
So, all right. I'm going to start over, guys, now that we have the correct one. So, Capcom showed off a new trailer highlighting the gameplay of Pragmata. So, the game is a sci fi puzzle action game. It is the near future, and the protagonist, Hugh, and his android companion, Diana, must work together as they make their way through the cold lunar research station. Pragmata is set to release in 2026. I
I
like
think
the
she's
visual
really
of this.
interesting.
This is so interesting
Yeah.
because, like, we have her on his back as, like, this, like, companion, like, the secondary, like,
Mhm.
combatant, if you will, like, it's both, like, she can s like, she's, like, a offensive, like, support, it looks like, from what we
Yep.
got to see. So, I think I definitely like that we finally got a trailer that highlights the gameplay of Pragmata because I think it was necessary. I think a lot of people were curious with how it was going to be working.
I also find it interesting too, like, she can hack, which is what she's showing right now, and then, like you said, she's a support character, but then also what's really funny is she'll be like, "You need to dodge! You need to do this! Get out of the way!" Like, she just, like, yells at you to, like,
Just
move.
move, damn it.
But I like the exactly, but there's upgrades and everything else, and I like how he's like, "I'm here to shoot, just watch me do my job."
Yeah,
I'm curious to see what the upgrades become later down the line, because I know they're showing some of them. They're showing, like, some of the things that you can do in the game, but I'm curious to see where, like, what's some of the more upgrades that you can get? Like, is she
sure.
only for hacking, or does she do other things, or does she have, like, specific, attacks that she can do besides hacking? Like, can she, like, shoot, like, electricity or other things like that? Like, I'm very curious.
Yeah, it'll be
Or
very
can she even
interesting.
turn, like, enemies on each other? Because that would be really cool because she
That'd be
can
nice.
hack.
That's something that we see in, like, with BD1 from the like
Mhm.
Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi's, like, Survivor, and it's really nice, turning the droids
Mhm.
against each other or against the enemies and they fight each other.
Right.
That'd be cool.
Tony says that it's like a new age Navi on your back, which I can see that.
I could see that.
So, lastly, during the Capcom show, Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection gets a new trailer. So, this collection is to celebrate Mega Man's 20th anniversary. The new trailer showed off some new gameplay. It includes all 7 Star Force titles and is set to release on PC, PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch in 2026. Now, I know there are a lot of Mega Man fans out there. I didn't really get into Mega Man, but I've always thought that he was a very interesting character to play. And I love the fact that you get everything. Like, you get all of these in the collection, which
That
is
is
really nice.
awesome.
I haven't seen it on PC yet because I was looking up to see if it was listed, and it's not listed yet. So that means it's not anywhere yet, per se, but it will eventually come down the pipeline.
I love that. Awesome. So, sorry, I was just watching the video.
No, it's fine. This is the old stuff. I don't even I it should show the newer stuff too.
Here, I can switch back and let it play. Let's see. Where is it?
I can't believe it's been that long since the game's release. It's crazy. Yeah, it's kinda but it's interesting because 'cause they've done other collection releases also. Because I was doing some, recon work, and I noticed that they've done others as well, which is really nice.
This is cool.
Morgan scrubbing. Scrubbing, scrubbing, scrubbing. Scrubbing, scrubbing, scrubbing.
I'm trying to see. In the music player, I don't know if it's necessarily like
Resolution filter on.
yeah, so like so this includes all 7 Star Force like titles. But I
Mhm,
think this Legacy collection is just like you can do like different it's not necessarily a new game. Like it is a new game, but it's
right.
just a collection of the other like the previous 7 and you can do like filters, music, like there's more just like customizable stuff you can do with them. And
Nice.
it's because of their 20th anniversary. I don't think it's a new game aside from it being a new collection.
Right.
But well, everybody, what games stood out to you from the Tokyo Game Show, and what are you looking forward to getting your hands on? We want to know, so let us know. Yeah, I don't know. There's a couple out there I'm a little interested in. Just saying. I think I'm
Yeah,
really
definitely,
interested in that. What was that village one called again?
Star Sand, that one?
Yes, that one was really cute.
I wanna see that one, and I also wanna see Animo. I think that one would be really cool. Um, Project Evilbane, I think would be really fun with people,
Okay,
especially to see, like, how it incorporates the customization of skills per person and, like, how you can customize yourself, so I think that would be really fun too.
very nice, very nice.
But obviously, they showed more things, that we just couldn't fit into our show.
Yes,
And
we'd be here a very long
they're
time
still
because
going.
I was gonna say the Tokyo Game Show is going like all weekend, so it's like a whole like 4-day event. A
Yeah.
lot of stuff.
But one Exactly. But one last thing I wanted to mention from the Tokyo Game Show is Gearbox Software showed off their newest Vault Hunter. And I know this has been like, we're like, we don't know who it is. So, everybody, we get to meet Cash. Now, we don't know much about him except he is going to be available to play when the DLC drops Mad Ellie and the Vault of the Damned. But Gearbox posted on social media saying, a roll of a dice, a flip of a card, a spin of the bullets in the chamber. These are among the random chances that fascinate Cash. So I will say though, but in my opinion, he is giving off some niche vibes, like a gunslinger, which could be a nice added class to the games because we haven't seen that before. At least recently, we haven't seen a nice gunslinger, lawbringer kind of thing. So I'm sure we'll get to learn more about Cash as we get closer to the release, which will be next year. But what do you guys think of the new Vault Hunter? And what type of class are you thinking he is? Let us know.
Honestly, he looks sick. He makes me like visually, I think he looks really cool. He reminds me of like because I know you made the before we went live the comparison kind of like almost a little bit to like uh not McCree because that's they changed his name in Overwatch. I
Yeah,
don't remember his new name. But it reminds me of him mixed with like it. What was it? Was it Demon or Demon like from Overwatch as well? Like just like the physical look of him is like a mesh of the
right,
two.
right.
I can't remember that character's name now that I'm trying to say it. But the
I
double
know who you're
I
talking
don't know.
about.
Reaper.
Uh,
That's who I'm thinking
Ramps
of. Reaper.
Reaper, yeah, mixed with
Thank you, Ram.
Cassidy. Yeah, it is like an interesting mix of Reaper and Cassidy put together.
Yes,
The reason I said Nisha is because I know that they've done Nisha before, and so she is part of the
that's right.
Borderlands, you know, uh, whole lore and everything, so we
Yeah,
know
yeah.
what she can do. But it could be interesting to see how he plays out, especially with the fact that they said a roll of a dice, a flip of a card, like that kind of stuff. It makes me think that he is gonna be somebody of chance. And if you do you
Mm,
mind bringing up that end screen that they showed where it shows him and then all the stuff with him kind of situation?
yeah. Give me a second. Sorry, I'm scrubbing. Please hold.
No, you're good. It's at the very end. So
Listen, YouTube. You're supposed to stay paused. Now I have to scrub back again. Here we go.
It's okay.
There it is.
Okay. So if you look at it, what's interesting is he does have dice on there.
Mhm.
Um, I'm trying to see everything because I got this on like two different screens. So
Honestly,
I gotta wait for
his
there we go.
weapons.
He does have cards.
Yeah. I love his
So
weapons because like they remind me of especially the more like hand cannon style one reminds me of like the
mhm.
thorn from Destiny.
But part of me wonders if the cards and the dice are gonna be his trees, and we're just missing one more, whatever that one more is gonna be, because I don't know. But I do wonder if the cards and the dice are gonna be his skill trees.
Oh,
And
okay,
they
okay.
indicate something because if you look at his one hand, his left hand, it is magical. And he's got what looks like a card dispenser also next to the deck of cards. So that could be interesting. So he can dispense. It's actually on his forearm. If you look at his left hand, you can see the card dispenser on his forearm.
Oh, yep,
And
yep, yep.
then, um, and then if you look at the dice, like I wonder if that's going to be a separate thing. Like he rolls the dice, it means something happens kind of situation. That would be really cool because what they did in pre-sequel was with Claptrap, he was like a mix of chance basically. So like when you'd hit his alt, it was going to be whatever happened, right? So then he would turn into whatever at that point. So it makes me wonder if they're trying to combine a little bit of Nisha and a little bit of Claptrap, just to give like that sense of like randomness to a
Mm.
character, which is cool because sometimes I like random characters, but I just didn't want to play Claptrap because I didn't like his character. But I liked Nisha's, and I thought Nisha was really fun when I played pre-sequel. She was actually the first character I started playing with, and then when they dropped Aurelia, I was like, I'm sold on Aurelia. So I think there's going to be a lot more that we're going to find out. And I think his class set is going to be interesting. And I'm here to try it out when it comes out because it will definitely be out or sometime next year. It's supposed to be like within that first quarter.
Is that right, Owen? You like this character too?
Nice.
He just came and joined me, as you can see
Ramp,
my door is
it's
not
time
working.
to duel.
All right, everybody. With that though, that is a lot of cool stuff and some great. I'm very curious to see how this character ends up playing out for Borderlands. I'm curious to see what Cash is going to be like. Um, but for now, before we continue to talk Borderlands, or sorry, before KP continues to talk Borderlands, I'll get there eventually. My schedule's finally opening up where I can dive in. But with that
Okay.
said, the Indie Fan Fest happened over the weekend or over the week,
No.
and
Yes.
and you know what? We we love indie games over here, and so does Owen. He just meowed right into the microphone. So with that being said, everybody, when we return, because we are going to go on a quick short break. When we return, we actually went through and selected some games that really, really stood out to us from the Indie Fan Fest that we're excited to show you. So stick around, hang out, maybe grab yourself a snack if you want. And when we come back, we're going to dive into the Indie Fan Fest. So we'll see you soon. Well, the Indie Fan Fest took place on Wednesday, September 24th. The showcase showed off, the showcase showed off unreleased indie games that will launch demos for the October Steam Fest. Now, there are a couple outliers in there, but with that being said, we're showing off some of the hot games we noticed. And KP, could you kick us off with the first one?
Sure. First up, we have Regions of Rune. This is a 2D pixel side-scrolling RPG with town building where you explore, fight, and build into an open world that progressively challenges you and your settlement and threatens the extinction of the Dwarvian race. Though this game was part of the Indie Fan Fest, it is already released and available on Steam for $11.99 US.
I'm gonna be honest, guys, I want this game. This game looks pretty cool.
Kind of reminds me of Terraria. It kind of reminds me of some of the other side scroller stuff that I have.
Yeah. In a weird way kind of reminds me of like if Terraria and maybe like not quite Valheim, but something close to Valheim had a baby.
Yeah. Valheim, but not close to it, but it had a baby. Nice. I love it.
Yeah. I'm excited for this. This one's really cute. I'm bummed that it is only single. I think it's single player. Let me look. Yep. You're right, Owen.
Believes
Only
it.
single player. Yeah, only single player, but it looks really good. Would love to play this game, but I wish as usual, broken record, I wish I could play it with friends.
That's fair. That is fair.
Okay, Owen, I'm sorry. He's like, don't you play. It'll take you away from me. All right, so guys, while my cat tries to, get my attention constantly, let's show the next game. So here's one I actually think KP would really enjoy, and this is Froggy Hates Snow. So it's a survival roguelike where a frog digs through freezing snow, uncovers treasures, unlocks upgrades, and battles mystical creatures. So find the escape door or defeat the final boss to survive. Froggy Hates Snow is coming soon and has a demo already available on Steam.
I just think it's really funny that the frog has skis.
Yeah.
I think that's the first thing I saw. And then, okay, I would play this game. Okay, so what's interesting about this is it kind of reminds me of Frostpunk, but it's like
Okay.
not the full Frostpunk version. It's kind of like if Frostpunk had like not a dumbed down version, I want to say, but like more simplistic kind of build to it because Frostpunk is
Okay.
really difficult, right? And so that's what this kind of reminds me, but like with a frog. Oh, and there's penguins. The only difference is like Frostpunk doesn't have like enemies like this one does. So, but I do think it's interesting with the whole snow thing and trying to keep warm. And I like that it says similar to games you've played. So like similar to Deep Rock Galactica, which is really funny. It always cracks me up when you see the things that are like similar to what games you have.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
sometimes honestly I do think there's a couple times I've seen them where some of them make a little sense, but then there's some I was like, how are those comparable? But okay. I'm assuming
Right.
it's like the quirkiness and everything in this one and unlocking your
Yeah.
upgrades and such. Owen, do you hate snow too, like the froggy? He's dropping me.
I
He's
am
going
curious.
crazy
I will
over
be
here.
definitely checking out. I will definitely check out this demo for sure and see what it's like.
Now, real quick, just a little behind the scenes for y'all before we continue, because there's games like when I was watching Owen, I'm telling a story. When when I was sharing or watching the fest and everything and like making the notes of the games and everything, I did a whole like color coded legend of like ones that are like hot colored. Oh, they're green for me. They're blue for KP. Of like ones like I know I like, but then there's the blue. I was like, I think KP is really gonna like this one. I think KP's gonna vibe with this one. And then I had other ones where it was just it was like a combo color because I was like this is a game both of us will like for sure. But
Well,
Element, that could be the case. Element says pretty sure that the similar to is based off of the game's tags, and that's probably what it is. But story time's over. Uh, oh
that's okay.
I'll give you all the lovin's while KP tells everybody about this next game.
All right. This next one is a single player top down looter shooter game called Escape from Duck Off. Not to be confused with Escape from Tarkov, because we don't want to confuse people. So you'll loot, you'll escape, you'll build, and eventually become a mighty bird soldier. Beware, if you are knocked down, items in your inventory will be lost. But don't worry, with your infrastructure built nicely, you will rise again soon. Escape from Duck Off has a placed release date of October 15th, 2025. I've actually seen this game and I still want to play it. I don't know if they still have the demo, but this is
There
one that I've been
is
like,
no
this is
demo,
hilarious.
but there
Oh,
might one
lame.
might come. Like if if it's supposed to be part of the Steam X Fest, maybe we'll get one.
That's true. That is true. I just think this is hilarious. It's like Escape from
It's
Tarkov,
so
but with
cute.
ducks.
It's so dumb, but it's so cute.
I was hoping though that they would not make it single player and they would make it multiplayer because I thought that
I
would be really
know.
fun to be like ducks running
I
around
I just
together.
wonder if it would be. It's one of those games where like if you play it with two people, like more than one person, it is genuinely just too easy.
Maybe. But I mean, Escape from Tarkov is not easy with one person. Like if you have multiple people, it's still
No,
not
no,
easy.
it's not. It's not. But I
Mm-mm.
wonder if that's the caveat here.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Well, next is a pulse pinball shooter. So a pulse is the fusion between pinball, a top-down shooter, and roguelite, where you need to protect your mothership from invading robots. So each shot affects your ball's trajectory, allowing you to control it in the heat of the battle. So upgrade your equipment and conquer new spaceships to win the war. So a Pulse Pinball Shooter is planned to release sometime in 2026, but you can test it out now with the demo available on Steam. This is such a fun and unique thought, an idea for a game. Like enemies coming through like the little holes and everything, and you're hitting a
Mhm.
pinball around to actually kill them and to like protect your ship. I don't know why I thought this was just so cute and unique.
So it's fascinating because it reminds me of Pinball 3D
Okay,
FX.
that's fair.
Very similar to that aspect, but it's interesting that they've crossed it with the shooter part. I am curious to see how it would play because like pinball is hard enough,
Yeah,
okay?
right.
Even the like computerized pinball, well, even just in general, computer is hard enough. Um, oh, and even what Tony said, like Space Cadet pinball. Yeah, like it's weird. It's like FX with Space Cadet kind of merged together to make this.
Mm.
I don't know. I'm like torn because I don't know how to feel about it, because we have seen other kind of like similar crossover things kind of thing, right? Because like Ball Pit is like a crossover between an RPG roguelite and a ball breaker game. Okay. So you still have like all the resource building and all that stuff. And that's what this is. It's like a weird crossover. Maybe that's what we're gonna see. We're gonna see um crossover stuff happening and everything.
That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. Well, maybe it's one that you'll want to check out the demo for.
Whose audio keeps going out? Element.
I'll switch back to here for now. Yeah, whose audio are you having issues with, Element? Let us know. Let us know. Hmm. Everything's running fine on my end. Maybe try giving it a refresh element. It could be just like some desync stuff on the Twitch's platform. All right. Shall we?
He's not on his PC.
Well, let us know.
See if you have a issue if you would or over on our YouTube. Because I wonder if it's a Twitch thing or if it's
Yeah, it could be just like an error happening with Twitch. But Tony,
Mhm.
even Tyler, I know you guys are in our Twitch chat, so if you're around, and could you let us know if you are also having audio issues or not? Thank you.
Yeah, Ramp, how are we sounding over on YouTube? Is it okay over there? I know when
Gotta
you
wait
play
for
when
them.
you play technical
I know.
technical
Gotta
issues.
wait for them to catch up to us for that like
I know.
30 for like that 20 to 30 second uh lag that the
Delay.
stream the delay that the streaming services have. Like do 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 do
Always.
do do do.
Gotta love it when you're like, "So how's this?" And then you wait, and you're
We
like,
gotta
"Well, I
know.
don't have forever to wait." And then you start doing something else, and then they're like, "Oh, by the way." You're like, "Dang
Yeah.
it."
I mean, luckily on our software, I'm seeing both of our mics peak at no problem. Um, when my voice gets low, it just doesn't like how low my voice gets.
It's not doing that thing before, is it? With Stream?
I brought my mic up. It could have been honestly because Owen might have bumped my mic further away from my mouse. That could have been the problem. But I adjusted my mic.
Owen's always a problem.
Owen, I love him to death. Sometimes he's always a problem. But no,
Oh, there
I
we
at
go,
least
okay.
have everything going. So
Yeah, you just need to keep your
okay,
mic up higher.
that was my cat. Sorry, guys. Owen got up
Alright.
in my face and bumped it down. What a brat.
We
Can't
just need
get
to give
rid
him,
of
like, a
him.
fake mic. We need to give him, like, a fake mic and just be like, "This is your mic. Go rub your face all over
Yeah,
that
he
one."
won't care. That's the problem.
I know. He'll be like, "You're
He
not
just wants to
using
be
it."
here. He's like, this is in the way of me because Owen has no idea of like personal space. He just gets in
Yeah.
my face, and the mic's in the way of him doing that, so he'll push it out of the way.
I love what Tony just told us. No Xmas bonus for you. Why?
No, I just won't give
We're
him his
trying to
little fish
survive too,
treat.
Tony.
All right. Well, now that my cat is not present to push my mic back down. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. KP, I'll let you talk about this next one that I genuinely highlighted this as one that we both would like.
Okay. Next is a 1 to 3 player co-op survival horror. You play as ordinary shoppers trapped in an endless store. Find the exit together at all costs before the employees catch you. Storebound is coming out soon and has a demo you can try out now. Yay! We love when demos are available now. Um,
Check out
yeah,
the
no, we would.
video.
Yeah, it always is a little bit of delay because I
Yeah, I
have
know
to
it does.
wait, but yeah.
I think you'd have fun with this
Oh, we totally would have fun with this. Maybe this is
because
our scary, spooky thing that we
it's
do.
in a fun way. It's almost like it's almost like a variation of like an escape room, but you're trying to escape a endless store, and then like the workers of the store are like creepy and demonic looking.
It's almost like Infestation Origins, but without the whole, like, go in and,
Yeah, and
like,
like kill the
exterminate.
infestation. Yeah.
Just the creepy face.
Yeah, the face is weird, isn't
Yeah, I just saw the creepy face and it, like, wigged me out. I was like, "Oh my god."
it? It's such an interesting, like, fun little concept. I wish you could do more than 3 players. Like,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I wish you could do, like, 4 or 5 personally. Um, but I digress. But no, I'm
Yeah.
definitely interested in trying out this demo.
Yeah, this one should be a
Welcome
good
back,
one.
Element.
Tony told us that, "Oh, no. No, you 2 get the bonus. Owen, however, is sabotaging the podcast." I agree.
Thanks, Tony.
We'll take the bonus. Alright, what do we have next that's not demonic looking, hopefully?
Oh, well,
You're like, "Actually"
this next one's really cool, and I do think you'd really like this game if it wasn't for spiders.
Oh god.
So
Okay, how
be
talking.
warned, there are some spiders, but they're really pretty colors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, guys, here
Do you like how
is
she tried to soften the blow? Like, "They're pretty, so it's okay."
it's fine. So here is a craft-based isometric survival horror game with twisted monsters and warped reality. So scavenge and build to survive terrifying
Oh
days
god.
and nights while using stealth and noise to fight enemies that stalk by sound. So this is all styled with bold comic art and an 80s horror vibe. This game is called I Hate This Place, just like KP does right now with seeing that spider. And it it does have a planned release of November 7th, 2025, and it does have a demo available on Steam.
Yeah, the whole time I'd be sitting here saying, "I hate this place. I hate this place. I don't wanna play this
See?
anymore. I hate this."
Perfect marketing. They hate this.
You're right.
You're constantly saying the game's title.
I love how the first thing you see is, like, the giant blue ass fucking spider.
Yeah. I was watching this and I saw like the
Oh my god. Sorry, I was watching the one creature that came out. It was like, "Reet, reet, reet, reet."
I'm sorry, how did it go?
This bottom part was like, "Reet, reet, 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 reet." It's so creepy. He just like,
Oh
it stopped was like, "Doot, doot, doot," but his bottom was like, "Reet, reet, reet."
Oh my god. Breathe. Breathe, KP, breathe.
You have to show it again. You have to show it again. Go
Okay, let me
back to
find it.
the
Let me find it. Let me find it.
just find it. It's so stupid.
It was near
It's
the
so
end?
yeah. You'll see it looks like 2 pieces of of creatures put together.
Okay, here. Let me see. It's somewhere in here, I think, guys. Oh, there it is. So, KP, how did it go again?
Oh,
One more time, one more time.
Oh, it's so stupid looking. It's so stupid. I can't help it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, I'm
I
crying.
think it I think this is your first ever laughing fit on the show.
This is like so stupid.
Oh my
Literally
goodness.
crying. Oh man.
Excuse you, Discord.
I don't know why I made you show it again. Oh no. Oh my god, okay. Yes, the monster's classification. Oh lord, he's coming. Oh.
Do you need a breather? I can read this next one if you want.
Go for it.
Okay. You'll just take the one after it.
That's fine.
Okay.
It looks so stupid.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that does look so stupid.
All right, y'all. So this next game is one I'm actually very excited for, and I definitely have that demo added to my library and need to install it. But this is Blade Song, the ultimate sword making game. So forge unique weapons with freeform blade shaping and modular hilts. Perfectly balanced perfectly balanced to your customers' needs. So master the art of smithing and uncover the secrets of Aaron Keep, a last haven of a dying world. Or so they say. The planned release date for this game is sometime in 2025, but we don't know the official date just yet. I'm
It
very
does seem like one that you would definitely play.
heck yeah, I'm down for this. I am as soon as I saw this, I'm like, I need the demo and immediately added it to my library.
Nice.
Yeah. I also could see Dan having a fun time with this one. He likes those
Look at that.
crafting
Like
games.
the intricacy of it is so fascinating to me.
Oh yeah, like the fact that I can
I
do so much detail to it is like
yeah.
honestly what has me so excited for this game. It's gonna be a great time. So keep
Yeah,
me.
I just
Oh, go ahead.
uh
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I just don't personally think I would like it because I just don't like that kind of stuff, but I can see you and Dan for sure.
It's one of those
And
games
even like
where it's one of those games where I feel like I would sit down and play it on my laptop while just like watching a show, like what where I just wanted
mhm,
like something to do. But I also haven't
yeah.
played it. I haven't played the demo yet, so I don't know how the game paces. So if it's a slower pace, yeah. If I need to be like really like detailed and like specific about like what like how to do certain things, I might have to like. It may not be a game like that, but it's definitely one I want to try out.
Oh, for sure. All right.
How you feeling
So,
over here? You feeling better?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, how about lending your band of survivors on a perilous trek across unforgiving sands in search of a new home? Battle ruthless factions, scavenge dwindling resources, reshape the terrain to your advantage, and make life or death choices in Dune-bound Tactics, a roguelike, turn-based tactical RPG. There is no release date for Dune-bound Tactics just yet, but there is a demo available on Steam to try out.
This one was
This one's
interesting.
interesting. Yeah, it's got like it's like a different take on a roguelite a little bit.
Mhm.
Um,
It's interesting to see the roguelite meet a, turn-based tactical RPG at the same time.
right. um, yeah, I'd be curious to see what the mechanics of it are like because it does. And also, how many people do you get to like control? Is it just one person? Is it more than one person?
It looks like from a couple of the screenshots, maybe 2 or 3.
Okay.
Let me see if it says in about the game. Um, so let's see. Dive into high-stakes tactical battles where every decision can tip the scales between survival and defeat. So manipulate a fully destructible and reshapeable terrain to mold the battlefield and seize the advantage. Unleash devastating abilities and devious tricks to outwit your enemies at every turn. This isn't your typical cover and shoot affair. It is a relentless test of strategy. Use caravan skills to assist your party fighting in close quarters to either buff them, destroy cover, or hopefully the enemy before they do some permanent damage to your crew. Hold firm in special events such as the Last Stand or assassinate elite enemies and a multitude of missions along the way.
Okay.
So it has a
So
roster
yeah.
of 15 distinct classes and 16 unique
Oh,
traits that enhances skill stats or add abilities for every run, so every run can offer a fresh experience.
okay. So you can change out your party, it
Yeah,
looks
that's what
like.
it seems like.
I mean, that makes sense
I
because
don't know
you wouldn't
the
wanna have
number
the
of your party
same.
yet, though.
I think it's 3 from like you
Interesting.
said, it looks like it's 3, but you can choose out of 15 to figure out how you want your party to be like a combination of whatever. Like if you need a support person, if you want somebody who's a tank,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Range.
I'm very
Yeah.
intrigued by this one because 'cause I'm very curious to know how it works, if that makes
Mhm.
sense.
I like the destruction animation.
Yeah, I do too. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's very explosive.
You're right. All right. I will pick up where we left off, and that way we can get back on track.
Sounds good.
Frontier Paladin is an action tower defense and RPG, melee combat and exploration combined with tactical defense laying. Upgrade your equipment, abilities, and defenses, and recruit new members to your order. Uncover the secrets of the crafter as a paladin acolyte and redeem your order's past sins. Frontier Paladin is expected to release sometime in the first quarter of 2026, but for now, there is a demo available on Steam.
I'm also interested in this one.
Yeah, this gives me very much like Diablo vibes.
Yeah, it's nice because it's like it also like has like the exploration bit, and there is
Mhm.
puzzles you have to do. So parts of like some of the puzzles also give me like kind of like Zelda vibes, like from Breath of the Wild, for example. Just the one like that we just
Yeah.
saw just a little bit ago here in this trailer. So and I love me a good game with like good that's more about puzzles.
Mhm.
This one I was intrigued by, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, this one looks interesting for sure.
Sadly a single player, but is what it
Yeah, a lot
is.
of single player games I've noticed.
We've been getting a lot this like a lot of single player announcements.
Yeah.
Like just in general, I feel like this entire year.
Mhm.
All right. Well, the next one I have, let me pull it up for y'all. I'm actually really sad this one doesn't have a demo, but maybe I'll get it in Steam Next Fest. We'll see. We'll see. But get ready, my fellow Trekkies, because a new Star Trek game is coming soon. So, Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown is a story driven survival strategy game in which the fate of the iconic starship is in your hands. So, take the helm, manage the ship and resources, and make difficult decisions. Will you be able to bring home the ship and its crew? As I said, this game is coming soon, but there is no specific release date as of yet. And again, maybe we'll get a demo during Steam Next Fest. Maybe we won't, but I hope we do.
It's also kind of complex in a way.
Yes.
Some of the like decision graphics and building that you have to do
Yeah.
kind of gives me a little bit of like Fallout, like the Fallout shelter vibes with this part of the building and everything that you have. But then it's like super intricate after that.
Yes.
I feel like
Which
this
makes
for
sense
me.
with all the different
Mhm.
areas on a like the starships, like the different breakdowns, all the different different sects to the crews that you have. Like it would
Yeah.
make sense it'd be more complex for a whole setup like this, especially with the lore and how like
Mhm.
the ships run have been so well established because of the shows. So
Right. I just think for myself, like it's too complex that I would be turned off by it. But that's just because I don't there's a certain amount of complexity I like in a game. And when it
that's fair.
gets to the extent like where it passes my threshold, I immediately shut off from it and I'm like, "No." It
And
could be
that's
like
fair.
really cool,
No,
a really
and
great game.
I have that same situation. Like sometimes like I want to play a game also to relax. I don't want to think too hard kind of situation.
Right.
And this very well could be one of those games where it's like, you know what? I like it, but it's still like too in depth for me. And that's okay. because the diehards out there will love it. I am a massive Star Trek fan. I grew up with it because of my dad. Um, to anybody who asks, Star Trek or Star Wars, they're both great, and I am a fan of both. So, but yeah, it very well could be those because it does look like it has some large complexity to it.
Right. Yeah. We'll see though. It could, I mean, if there is a demo for it, we'll definitely check it out, see what we
Yeah,
think.
yep,
But it is giving some interesting vibes from it that I can see, like other games that they took and used like as an example or like
100%.
a yeah.
Absolutely agree with that.
All right. In this next one, we're going to show you you are a raven with an important task, guiding lost souls to their new home. In this story driven adventure, you will master the art of flight, solve puzzles, explore a Norse inspired open world, uncover dozens of secrets, and try to save the world from the inevitable Ragnarok. Vornon is planned to be released in November 2025. There is a demo available on Steam. Um, this one's actually got very interesting graphical um, to it. It's you could see the puzzles for sure. I think Dan
Yes,
would like this one.
I have this one immediately added. There is a game. Let me see if I can. I'm drawing a blank on it, but I don't know if you remember. It came out like I feel like 10 years ago now. It was
Okay.
a game on PlayStation that you were like a. It was like a kind of like an ancient world, and you were a kid who like got separated, and you were with like this known to be like dangerous, almost like a hippogriff style creature, and you had to like work
Yeah,
your way
sorry.
to
It
get
was
home.
okay.
It gives the puzzles and everything give me a lot of vibes of that, and I
Mm.
loved that game. That was a game literally I would just come home from work and I'd sit down on the couch and just play like an hour or two of it, and ended up being the game. I loved that game. It was so much fun. I can't. I'm drawing a blank on the name, and I don't know how the best way to look it up. So
If anybody knows what Morgan is talking about, feel free to let
let
us
me see.
know. I personally don't know because I didn't have a lot of PlayStation games growing up, so I don't know. um,
I'm trying to look it up.
and the Googling begins. Google, 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 Google.
Let's see. That worked. It's called The Last Guardian.
Okay,
I'm gonna send you a link to it just so you can see what it looks like.
I can Google.
Okay. Yeah, so that came out 2016, so 9 years ago. I was close. Um, the puzzles remind me a lot of The Last Guardian, and I loved The Last Guardian. So I hope that Voron has some similarities to that. Yeah,
You remember ads for that one? Nice.
yeah. I didn't get to play it until honestly a couple years ago, and I loved it.
Right.
I think it ended up being one of the free PlayStation Plus games. And so I was like, you know
Mm.
what? I was really interested in this, but never like because back then I was just out of high school when it released. So I was like, you know what? Let's try this. I wanted to try it back then, so let's get try it now. And I loved it. Ended up loving that game.
What's the creature that's with you?
It is a um I want to say it's kind of like a hippogriff, if you will. Hold on. What
Is it a hippogriff?
is the creature?
Because I'm like, it's not a griffin.
Last Guardian. So it's technically called a trico. So the trico,
Okay.
like the appearance is meant to resemble a griffin, but it actually has the
Oh,
body of a cat and a dog, then with feathered wings, a long tail, and canine-like legs. So it's like its own special creature.
that doesn't look like canine like legs. It looks like bird legs.
Uh,
I'm sorry, I'm just
no, you're
like
good.
the legs don't look, they look like talons.
Well, like they're talking about like the build of the legs, not like the feet or the claws.
Oh, okay, I
Yeah,
see. Yeah, then I can see that. But they are talons.
yeah,
Okay, so it is supposed to be based off of a griffin, but they made it their own.
correct.
Gotcha.
Let me see. I'm also looking it
Interesting.
up. Yeah, I was just double checking like if it was actually a mythical creature because there's so many mythologies out there that I could not just be familiar with it. But no, it was one that they stylized off of a hippogriff just for
Hmm.
their own game.
Gotcha.
Anyway, there are some of the puzzles and stuff of Boron reminds me of The Last Guardian, and I hope it's like one of those type of games where I can just like after work kick back, relax, put in an hour or two to get a little progression, and then just like enjoy it, like have it just be something just chill me time.
Yeah.
All right, but let's talk about this next one because I actually think this is one you're going to enjoy, KP. So let me get going. All right, this is Maisie Village. It is a cozy town restoring adventure where a tornado scatters homes, villagers, and their precious belongings. So find what was lost in the whirl as you solve mazes, rebuild houses, and fill the village with warmth and life again. Maisie Village is coming soon but has no specific release date. If you want to try it out though, there is a demo available on Steam.
The tornado has a face to it. Not as funny as the other thing that I saw.
That
This
is
is interesting.
fair.
It's got like slide puzzles to it.
Yeah, it's
Interesting.
like they're like it's like you have to build the out the maze or like fix the maze, if you will. Like, and I'm assuming that's
Yeah,
just you rebuilding the town.
right.
I thought it was really. I thought
Interesting.
it like had some unique puzzleness to it. It also looks cozy.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see like the play style for it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it'd be exactly my type of game, but I don't know. I'd have to see what I think of it. There are some games where I'm like, okay, this is kind of interesting, and then I play it and I'm like, not
Never
me.
mind, this didn't
Even though
hit.
it like it looks like it would be me, and you're like, oh, that's just not, yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. So yeah, that is Maisie Village.
Nice. I know the next one that we're gonna show is one that I actually have seen and I kind of want to try out. So I'm hoping that they let us
Same.
do that. Oh, there is a demo. Okay. So discover Earth 300,000 years ago as an alien biologist. Utilize your expertise in botany to survive, grow plants, harvest crops, compose and brew tonics. Reveal hidden powers of unknown plants. Engage with primal humans, leaving your mark on the future of civilization. Astrobotanica doesn't have an official release date, but is coming soon to early access. Until the release, you can enjoy its demo on Steam. Now, they did have a Kickstarter for this, and that's actually how I found this game.
Oh, nice.
Um, but it does kind of remind me of Satisfactory, but like for plants.
I love it.
Which I'm kind of curious about. I don't know if they made this one multiplayer or if
Let me
it's single
see. Let
player.
me scroll down and check on the page. Single player is what the Steam page says.
Okay.
It's.
Yeah,
I'm also interested in this one. This one looks really cute. This one looks like a lot of fun.
yeah, this is the one I had my eye on for a while to try
Nice.
out. So I'm kind of curious to see how it runs as well.
Well, there is a demo for you now.
Yes, I see that, which is exciting because there wasn't demos before.
Woo! All right, so this next game, you become a tiny piece of paper with a big adventure. Soar, sail, and roll to solve puzzles, uncover secrets, and travel through time and imagination. This is Origament, a paper adventure. There is no official release date yet, but there is a demo on Steam if you want to go ahead and give it a try. It's already on my library.
So this is kind of like the other one that we saw too, that was origami like,
Yes.
only a little bit different because the other one had a different aspect to it, more RPG kind of thing.
Yeah,
This one's
there's
more
more
puzzle.
story, I feel like, to the other one than that, not to say
Yeah,
there isn't a story to this one, I just feel this one's more puzzly.
yeah. This one's more puzzly. This one's more like you are just a wad of paper compared to the other one, which was you turned into different animals. This
Yes.
one is not that. I'd be curious to see what the like, even if you did side by side comparisons just on how they did everything, even though I know they're two separate, but I love the fact of like we're seeing more origami type looks and everything.
Mhm.
I think that's it's a different take on how to think about a video game compared to just a you're a cat or an animal or a person, or an alien or whatever, right? You're a
Yes.
humanoid or this one, it's like, "You're a piece of paper." It also kinda reminds me a little bit of, do you remember it was called, it was like an old game, but you could play it and you had to build paper airplanes, and what you did was you launched it from one side of the room to the other to see if you could get through, like, this quote unquote, like, puzzle type thing, and you had to, like, figure out trajectory and everything, and it's a I'm probably dating myself, but it was an old game that you'd have to, like you would have, like, boosts, like, for air, so it would help push you up, and then you could glide farther. You had, like, to think, like, how does a paper airplane work? And so that's what it reminds me of, but, like, the more advanced version of
Oh,
this.
okay. Very
Yeah.
cool.
I forget what it was called.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with what you're talking about, so I'm no help.
I'm not gonna do a Google search. I'll do one later.
Fair.
Looks up paper airplane. Wait, let's see. Paper airplane
She said she
games.
wasn't gonna do it, guys, and now she's doing
I
it.
know. 90s. I think that's when it was. Let's see. It was called, I think it was called Glider Pro. Yes. No. Glider? Was it called Glider? It was either called Glider or Glider Pro. It was a 90s game. All I remember is like was the bedroom, not the saloon. So, okay, but anyway, the last game we picked to show you all from the Indie Fan Fest was none other than Blind Descent. Immerse yourself in a new Martian underground adventure with Blind Descent, an open world survival craft game that unveils the mysteries of the Martian depths. Play solo or with friends as you search for the missing team. Adapt and mutate to survive in this bizarre alien world. Sadly, there is no demo available, and the release date is yet to be announced. But the game's Steam page does say it's coming soon to early access. I think this one also had a um it did. It had a play test
Okay.
for it. Um because I remember I got invited to the play test and I just didn't get a chance to play it. This one's interesting, but I would play this one with friends because it kind of does have like it has like a
It reminds me a bit of, like, No
green
Man's
hell.
Sky.
It has like a green hell type
Yes.
of
That like, it
situation
when
in it.
I thought of it, it made me think of Green Hell meets, like, just because of, like, the Martian vibes, I guess, like, No Man's Sky.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I've seen gameplay of this and it definitely like the way Green Hell works where it's you get bit and it's like you have something on you and you have a leech and you have to go
Oh, okay.
find it. Like that kind of situations and everything.
I
So
gotcha,
yeah,
okay.
so I think definitely with friends.
Yeah, this type of game especially, I think is always better with friends, so who
hmm
knows if there's a demo, maybe we get to try it out together.
Yeah. I don't know why they chose Mars. Maybe because Mars is the next planet that we could possibly make into a livable place. Maybe that's what they were thinking. Like if you
Maybe.
could go to Mars and this is what you found, like, and it was a habitable place,
Yeah.
maybe that's what they were thinking. I know random alien planet would be so much better, but I'm not the developer. I didn't
Mhm.
make the game.
Well, who knows? But guys, this was the Indie Fan Fest, and we want to know, was there any games that you saw that really stood out to you? Any you're gonna try? Are you gonna try out any of the demos? And if you are, what demos do you want to try? So let us know because we're gonna be hopping in there and try some ourselves. But for now, we are going to take one last short break because when we return, we do have two games that we did a spotlight on that we want to share with you because it seems like maybe some of the Pokemon and Palworld pettiness from the lawsuit is still going on. But stick around so you can see what we're talking about because it's hilarious. And yeah, we'll be back soon, y'all. Get ready, Pokemon trainers. Pokemon's first life simulation game has officially been announced. It's called Pokemon Pokopia. You'll play as a Ditto that has transformed to look like a human. You'll collect wood, rocks, and other crafting materials to craft yourself a cozy home. Also, Ditto will learn moves from other Pokemon and utilize them to help build your very own paradise, such as Squirtle, teaching you how to water your vegetables with the water gun ability, or Bulbasaur's leafage ability to add greenery to the landscape. By creating a lush, welcoming environment, more Pokemon will visit. You'll be able to build furniture, grow a garden, create homes for yourself and the Pokemon. As you play, the time of day and weather shift in a natural cycle, allowing you to enjoy your utopia in all its moods. More info about Pokemon Pokopia will be released at another date by the Pokemon Company. For now, Pokemon Pokopia will release on the Nintendo Switch 2 sometime in 2026. What do you think of this Pokemon life simulation game? Let us know in the comments. So, I want to know, what are your thoughts on this Pokemon Pokopia? Oh no.
What'd you do?
I'm sorry. We're going to start over real quick, KP. I want to know, now that your audio can't be heard.
Hi.
So, KP, I want to know, what are your thoughts on Pokemon Pokopia?
So it's just weird. Like, it doesn't seem like it fits in the Pokemon world. Like, it's a weird mixture of Animal Crossing and Minecraft feel to it, and it just seems like it's a sore thumb. Like, I feel like they put this out there because they're like, you know what? We have Animal Crossing. We should be like them. Let's make it happen. And so we have this now. And Tony totally agrees with me.
It's interesting because, like, I didn't really see. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me in a way. Like you said, it doesn't necessarily feel like it really fits within the Pokemon world. Now, the same
Mhm.
could be kind of said about like maybe the Pokemon Snapshot stuff, but
Yeah.
um, it,
But
it
that's different. I feel like with the Pokemon Snapshot, like, you're still kind of doing Pokemon type things,
and
right?
I agree
Because
with you.
you're
You're
going
just more
out,
like
you're just I feel like that one's it's more like, "Oh, I'm just on a wild adventure and I'm
I'm on a
taking
safari.
photos." Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, but
and
you
I
get to see
agree.
the you get to
Like
see everybody.
that one doesn't necessarily like fully Pokemon and to feel like the perfect
Mhm.
like for what we know of the Pokemon world, it doesn't feel like Pokemon necessarily. But it also is
Mhm.
a type of Pokemon game that I'm not questioning if it belongs.
Right.
Where Pokopia seems a little different, a little out there. Um, you know, it's interesting to me because I know like it says, oh, you can build things, this and that, but it has a Poke Center at the end. Like, so is everybody just willingly like, how is like communication and everything going on with the Ditto? Like, is there humans? Like, is there any, or is this just a private utopia for Pokemon? But because they know about Poke Centers, they built their own Poke Center.
Or is the Pokemon Center just for the extra Pokemon that you don't have a house for yet?
I don't know. Like, there are questions I
Like,
do have about it.
yeah, I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah. Well,
But there was but I will say, like, the tiff continues.
oh
I
my
feel
God.
like we're, like, one-upping each other,
I know.
so
It's so funny to me because like and but we're gonna get more into this after, but this was announced during the Nintendo Direct, I think last week. And
yes, this one, the Pokopia,
yeah,
yes.
Pokopia was. And now we got like beginning of this week, we got an announcement for a Palworld spin-off that in my opinion is them being very petty to Pokemon with Pokopia. So
It's like,
I'm gonna leave that thought in your brain and let y'all watch this the spotlight for this Palworld spin-off video game, and we're gonna come back and talk about their pettiness.
okay.
So for now, guys, here you go. It's time to begin a brand new cozy life in the world of Palworld. With creatures you call pals, you can now enjoy the farming lifestyle as you team up with them to grow your farm at your own pace. In Palworld, Pal Farm, you move to an island where pals live and have them help you around the farm. You'll cook alongside them, shop at stores they run, or gather materials to expand your farm. With changing seasons, your relaxing farm life with pals awaits. Each pal uses its special abilities to help support you and the farm, from sowing seed to watering crops to even harvesting and crafting. Over time, your relationships with both the pals and the other people of the island will grow and deepen. Perhaps even a special relationship could bud. Now, while that all sounds nice, there are some nasty pals out there that can raid your farm, so you'll need to defeat them and obtain resources to further develop your farm. You can enjoy shopping and selling in the marketplace, or even find a forbidden black market hidden somewhere on the island. But best of all, you don't have to play alone as this game supports multiplayer. So grab your friends, build your farm, grow your crops, and your relationships. Palworld Pal Farm, developed by Pocket Pair, has no release date as of yet. Are you excited for Palworld Pal Farm? Let us know in the comments. Okay, do y'all get what I mean? Do we get what I mean about how I feel like Palworld is being, like, it is so crazy. We get the Pokopia announcement, and then a week later, Palworld's like, yeah, but what about this?
Also, how long have they been working on this one? Like, that's what I'm also wondering. Like, that's blowing my mind.
But part of me is also like, is that why? Listen, is that why maybe there's some, patents being changed in the middle of the lawsuit? Is because there are people giving each side, like, basically rumors and, like, lore drops. Like, hey, there's this happening. And then, hey, they're working on this. You're like, oh, they're working on this? Well, great. Let me fuck up their day. Like,
but it's like, when did they start working on it?
I know.
You know? Because, like, how do you drop this so quickly and it still looks like the other game?
I like it honestly, like,
pettiness
I
just
need
continues.
part of me genuinely wonders, like, if we want to get a little conspiracy theory-ness over here, did one of them hear about the other? Maybe because Palworld with everything going on. What if Pocket Pair is like, well, let's make like a farming sim like spin-off. That way maybe it'll help keep the franchise alive. It'll can be something that maybe won't be hindered as much because of the lawsuit. And maybe Pokemon got word of it and they're like, oh, you want to do a farming sim? Bet. I'm going to go ahead and make my own and announce it before you because I have a bigger development team. So, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know
also
if that's the
wonder
case, but
But I also wonder too, when they did the investigation into the deep dive of the first two, if they had to reveal other games that were going to be similar, and they were like, "Oh, Nintendo's working on this," and they're like, "Oh, Palworld's also working on this," and then they're gonna have to deep dive into this part of it. But I will say, I did say during your gameplay, like your package and everything, I was like, this would actually make sense because if you've ever played Palworld, you know your pals come to you after you capture them and they work with you. It's like, oh, I want you to, cut down trees. I want you to
100%.
plant seeds. I want you to
Like they do the
make stuff
gardening.
for me.
They do the
Yeah, they do gardening,
watering.
but they also make things. But
Yes.
they also make things. So
Like that's why
that's what I'm
in the
saying.
trailer
Like,
we saw Anubis like at a crafting table
yeah,
doing stuff.
yeah. So that's why I'm like, this one actually makes sense. Pokemon doesn't make any sense at all. And I understand Pokemon is something that you're not supposed to really be like, think too hard about. But if you're going to make it work with the lore,
Yeah.
it's got to work with the lore. And so I personally would rather play the Pal Farm one
I would
than the
too.
other one.
Like honestly, the Palworld one looks cozier and cuter. Like for me and my personal vibes, that is the one I want. But also, I don't have to have a Nintendo Switch 2 to play it,
Mm-hmm.
so there's that too. Oh wait, hold on, you're falling. Okay, he wanna gone. My pal
Pal
doesn't want to
Farm's
help
going to be
me.
on, but Pal Farm, your cat. But Pal Farm's gonna be on Steam.
Right, but I'm sorry, Pokopia I meant. Pokopia is only coming
Okay.
out on Switch too. So, like, that's
Yeah, but
another thing.
all Pokemon game has been on Switch too, and they're complaining because all Palworld stuff has been on Nintendo, or not Nintendo, on Xbox and
Yeah.
on Steam.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's like, well, yeah, they're gonna also potentially be more successful when they have a bigger, like, platform base.
right.
Yeah, so Shirtless Dan says in our chat that says for them personally, I'm not in favor of not allowing patenting of game mechanics. Code, sure. Character design, sure. Names that stand out, sure. But how a specific mechanic works, nah. And honestly, Dan, I'm right there with you. I 100% agree. I should be able to throw a ball at something and catch it. I should be able to jump into or hop onto like my pal or my Pokemon and use them as a mount because those are two specific issues they're having with. So I there is just so much I want to know behind the scenes. I want to know, did like one leak to the did what someone leak to the other that one of them was working on like a farming sim and the other was like, okay, well, you're thanks to this fun stuff with the lawsuit, I'm gonna ruin their day by making my own version as well. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
but the other
It's
thing too that's
interesting.
different is I don't think the Pokepia one is multiplayer.
I no, I doubt it. I doubt it. Where this one,
Pal Farm
Pal Farm
is
is.
multiplayer. Right. And you can, because I'm looking at the Steam page for it. But the one thing that I am concerned about is if they're complaining about mounts and stuff, well, then you're not going to be able to fly your mount because that's their whole, oh my gosh, you can't do that.
Which is
But that
so
also
annoying
doesn't
to me
make
because there's
sense.
only specific Pokemon you're ever even able to allowed to do that within the games.
But even that doesn't even make sense because there are other games that you can ride mounts that fly.
I know. I think it was more of the mechanic of like how you summon them and now how you can like do it at any like will, like which is dumb to me. I mean, I can in The Witcher, I can just whistle and Roach is gonna show up for me no matter where I'm
Right.
at.
Right. I'm laughing because of the monkey that comes out with a freaking rifle and shoots shoots a freaking other pal.
Yeah.
So I guess the nasty ones are the ones that'll eat your food. Like they'll come and they'll like kind of like gophers, right? Gophers come in the or
Okay, okay, okay.
rabbits. And so so the monkey has a rifle and goes up and shoots it. Oh. But yeah, I have a feeling they're both gonna do well though. I
I
mean,
agree. I 100%
you have
agree.
Nintendo people who are diehard Nintendo fans. They're gonna be like, "This is my game.
Mhm.
I'm gonna play this." And then you have games like this, like Pal Farm, who are people that just, "I don't wanna get into Nintendo," or, "I just don't wanna buy the Switch," or whatever, and they're gonna go for this kinda game. I'm personally gonna go for Pal Farm. You know, I've had my Switch before, but I don't feel like the Switch has been holding on strong for the type of, stuff that we've seen for 2.
Yeah.
So personally, I'm like, I'm good. I don't need to give Nintendo money right now. Unless they show me something that is like blown out of the water, like this is the game that you need to get, and here's why. Um, I'm probably just gonna get the Pal Farm one.
Yeah,
Shirtless
honestly,
Dan
I am
says
right there with you.
Shirtless Dan says, I guess Elden Ring is on the chopping block because you summon your spectral horse. Oh yeah, like any game. Like think about WoW. WoW, you summon a rideable mount. Imagine Diablo, forget it. Imagine if the first driving game copyrighted driving as mechanic, right? Like that wouldn't make any sense. Like, so I'm not allowed to drive a car?
Right. I don't know. It's just this whole lawsuit in this Pokemon and Pal World, like thing is the most annoying and funniest stuff to me at the same time. Like,
Oh yeah.
like in my thing, they are trying to copyright and sue them for things that they shouldn't be allowed to sue for. But then on the other side, like they're grasping at straws because we're seeing them try to change their patents mid lawsuit, which shows desperation. And
Hmm.
then to top all of that off, after Palworld has even made adjustments to their game to match their patenting, to make them happy, and the lawsuit is still ongoing. There has not been an end to this lawsuit yet, guys. There's been
Mm-mm.
no settlement, nothing. And good for Pocket Pair for
Right.
sticking to it. Because
Right.
honestly, the Pokemon company and Nintendo's probably like, well, we got deep pockets. We can have this go on forever. Let's see. They might be just trying to like wait them out. You know what I mean? But
Hmm.
I honestly like I really appreciate like the gusto that Pocket Pair has really trying to stick up for themselves in their game. And with that being said, now to see this happen, to get Pokopia and then literally like within less than 7 days, we're getting the announcement for Pal World, Pal Farm.
Yeah.
Crazy. It was
Yeah.
like when I saw. I mean, you sent me the video, and I immediately was like, I'm cackling. Like I'm like the level of petty I am getting from Pocket Pair right now after seeing the Pokemon Pokopia. This is great, and I'm here
Hmm.
for it. Like, go Pocket
Right.
Pair.
I want to know what the
It's
next one
great.
is. Is it going to be a cooking game? Like, I just want to know, is it going to be like, is it going to be like a shop game? Like, if it's going to
Right,
be like,
right.
I just want to know what the next one's going to be. Let's just keep it going. Keep it
It's interesting
going.
because both are like, oh, the more things you do, the more better like relationships you make
Hmm.
with your Pokemon, the more that you'll get at your Pokemon Utopia. To where the more you do, the better bonds you get with your pals, and then also because there's actual humans around, um,
Right.
you can create bonds kind of in like a paleo style. You can end up having a
Hmm.
stronger relationship, like actual like romantic relationship with other people. They left that wording very vague, by the way. So I don't know if
They
it's
did.
actually you can actually have also this romanticism with your pals. The way they worded things, I
Uh-oh.
sat there for a little bit while trying to write my script and was like, I have questions. Your image shows at least two people, so I'm gonna go with that. But I don't know, guys. Who knows? If you're into that, that might be available to you. We won't know until Pal Farms is out.
That's true. That is true.
But I'm honestly, I really liked Pal World. We had a whole server going for a while. I had a lot of fun with it. I really enjoyed it, and that isn't as cozy as I think Pal
Hmm.
World Pal Farm will be. So I think that
Hmm.
Pal Farm is a very smart extension of the Pal World franchise. Just because it
Yeah.
now you have like your not necessarily a harder level, but one that's more survival. You can go in with friends really well. You can do
Hmm.
like all of this sort of exploration, collecting your
Right.
pals, this and that, where this and you can be a little more laid back, a little more chill, a little more cozy about it. And I like that we have that option, especially in a
Yeah.
place that is established, because we get dropped off at an island. Where this one, we're
Right.
still on
Right.
an island, but there's other people there. There's a lot more establishment. There's NPCs and stuff like that. So I'm excited to see. I'm really curious to compare the difference between Pal World and Pal Farm.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to see what the differences are.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Huh.
Something to think about.
Yeah. Yeah. But everybody, for now, that does bring us to the end of this week's show. But
Ooh, we made
whoop
it.
whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
For our next show, though, the Steam Autumn
Mhm.
sale is right around the corner. So we're going to be hunting for those deals for you. And I will probably go down the rabbit hole of clicking through every single page of games available because that's just who I am. I give myself a task and I see it through. It's fine. But
It's fine.
it's fine. It's fine. No, and then, guys, on top of that, though, it's spooky season. So,
Yay! We love
whoop,
spooky
whoop.
season. Woo, woo,
I
woo,
do love
woo, woo.
spooky season, but I do know you dislike how many spiders come around during spooky season.
I do.
Yeah. But hey,
There's other things to be spooky about, though.
Yeah. Starting next show, we'll actually be showing off spooky games throughout the entire month of October because we love showcasing those fun spooky games as we like to play
That's right.
quite a good number of spooky games with our friends. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. We're very, very excited to like do deep dives and find some of the best spooky stuff out there to share with you. But before we go, guys, don't forget, check us out across all of our social medias. We're on Facebook, Twitter, or X, however you prefer to say it, Instagram, Blue Sky, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Threads. So go over there, give us a follow. Be appreciated.
Also, yeah, if you guys love our content, make sure you hit the heart on Twitch and catch all of our stuff on YouTube. So go on over there and hit that subscribe button.
Hit the like button
Put a like
too.
on our live stuff and what, Morgan?
Ding dong that bell.
That's right. So you get notified when we post stuff because we post stuff all the time. And I will say this, I'm going to give a little sneak peek. Sneak peek. Are you okay with that, Morgan? On the other thing that we're working on?
That's fine.
All right, we're excited to tell you guys that we are working also on a website. That's right. We decided more work is what? Fun. Yay, go us. So, I think we're probably like 75% done with it.
Yeah, we're almost there. So, but when it launches, we will have, you know, all of our content kind of in one area for you to find, whether it's links to like our page, our different pages, to articles talking maybe in depth or giving you more opinion pieces and doing some deep dives into things that aren't always as easy to get prepped for a show, but is easier to take our time to do. Like, I know there's some out there that I was like, man, if I had more time, I would love to research the story and get it out to you, but then I don't have a good way of getting it out to everybody. So this is an avenue that will allow us to do that. So we're really, really excited to go into this next step forward and share it with you all once it's ready.
Yeah. There's so much that we've done to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it'd be a great place for us to put other things that we can't, like Morgan said, we can't just show you guys on the show, or make a package of and put it up on YouTube. So this will be a great way for us to give you guys different types of content. We're so excited.
Who
All
knows,
right,
guys?
but
Maybe I'll make video game themed recipes. I don't know.
ooh,
It's a really big
you do have
undertaking. I
enough of
don't know
them.
how I'm gonna figure that out, but we'll figure it out.
What are you talking about? You got enough video game cookbooks over there?
Yeah, but okay. I might be able to figure out something. We'll see how it goes.
Just be like, today we're going through this cookbook and I'm going to
Well,
show you this
that could
awesome
be
new
fun.
recipe that I'm going to make. Yeah, see, totally got you. All right, guys, with that, we have a lot of work to do for this next week. Like always, every week is a new week of new work. Yay, us, go team. Until then, we'll see you guys next Sunday, and you guys have a great rest of your day and keep processing.
Bye.